Listen to me. Listen to me. You think it's easy? It's not easy. What do you think, huh? What do you think the ice people do? Not in my house. Not in my backyard. This is the ice people's house now. Only here in America. All I do is think about this. You call me Mr. Ice. I don't like it.
What is up? We have teamed up with DraftKings. New customers get up to $200 in pick six credits. No stress if your first pick set loses. So that's new pick six users who have not submitted a pick set before. No stress. First pick set up to $200 back in pick six credits if your first pick set loses. Download the DraftKings Pick Six app today. Use our promo code ELIO, ELIO, when signing up. The crown is yours.
Thank you, PJ. You do a much better ad read than I do. Welcome, 300 Seconds with Ice. Here I am. Let's just get it off my chest right now. I have no play tonight. So if you want to get off right now, you're more than welcome. Tough playoffs. I've watched every game so far. So far, I'm sort of the top two teams that I'm impressed with that won are Florida. Maybe that's because I bet them for the series or for the cup, and the Rangers. I think those two teams, even though the Rangers started out a little slow, I just thought, as a team goes, those two are my, top two so far. There's still a few games tonight that are going to be played, so I'll watch those as well. I thought that the Tampa is a absolute. They're unbelievable. They still could win this series. They still could go far in the play. Like, I think there's no end game to that team. They're a little bit light on the depth. That's where I hope Florida can overtake them. I don't believe that the series is going to go 4 or 5, but I do think Florida has the depth in the series. So I'm hoping that takes us home for that series. Rangers, Capitals are just really not that good. So I expect a short series over there. Colorado and Winnipeg, I had no idea. Gun to head, I would have taken Colorado for the series. That is an absolute war. I don't know what to think about that. 8-7 or 7-6. Was it 8-7? Crazy goals every which way. If you're Colorado, you got to be nervous with the goalie. But Hellebuck gave up that many too. If you told me that game was going to have that many goals, I would have laughed at you. And then last night, Vancouver and Nashville. That was impressive what Vancouver did, because I thought Nashville sort of had them. They were up 3-2 or 2-1, and they had like 2 or 3 power plays that got killed off by Vancouver. It was pretty impressive that they did that, and then they came back in the third, scored 2 goals, and then an empty netter to push it to go over late in that game. So that's a great series. And you have my series, Toronto and Boston. The score was 6-1 or 5-1, but if Toronto had scored, they could have scored a couple times during that game. So I still think this series is going to be tough. I have 3 leans tonight. I have 3 leans. Now, these leans, I'm not playing them. So that's why I would never give them out, because unless I fight, and when I play, I fire, as you guys know. But gun to head, I would have played 3. The Boston over, Boston and Dallas. I don't like the fact that Dallas really hasn't played a game for a while. I think it's been about 5 or 6 days. I don't like that. Vegas, I can't really get a read on them. I'm thinking that they're obviously, they got Stone coming back tonight, Stanley Cup resume. But I think that this first game will be tough for Dallas because, Vegas they know how to win. I do think Dallas will win the series. I just think this game 1 is a real toss-up. So that's why I couldn't come up with a play. PJ, we have a couple questions?
What's up, Mr. Ice? I just have one question for you today. Where is William Nylander? That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't play tonight, I'd be surprised if he doesn't play tonight. But they're obviously a different team. He is their go-to man. He is pretty much their heart and soul. Besides Matthews, the sniper, but Nylander does so many little things to set up Matthews. He skates so well. This is a must-win for Toronto, in my opinion. This is a must-win. Goaltending's a little shaky. The more I think about this, the more I like the over. It's just Swayman was so good in Game 1. They're going to be gripping the sticks tight, too, in Toronto. So, yeah, he better show up tonight.
Which series do you like best so far, and who do you think has the biggest upset potential?
Well, I mean, so that Winnipeg game, that Winnipeg-Colorado game was so awesome that, it's, I guess it's somebody DM'd me and said, Mr. Ice, that's not an upset. I mean, money-wise, it is. They were plus like 130 for the series, so technically they are a dog. So I would say that would be the biggest upset I see right now. And I'm nervous as hell with Florida. Tampa, they are so for real. And Vasilevsky looks like, pretty close to his old form. So that is going to be an absolute war. Florida needs to win this game too. So I would say between Winnipeg and Tampa. And that's it, PJ, right?
Yeah, just 2 questions.
2 questions. All right. Well, we'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna have a 300-second show every day. I know I have a play tomorrow. If I have something, I'll shoot it out later. But PJ, what about you? You got something you love? Maybe you can get us going.
I was thinking about both of those 2 games for the overs. I liked Dallas and I liked Boston. Just a 5.5, like it's
it's so tempting.
It's so tempting.
Our game was under the whole 1-1 after 1, and then it was a blank in the second period, which stunk. But just see, like, it wasn't too crazy that we could have still got it with like 2 minutes left. I mean, it had to go correctly, but like if Tampa had scored with like a minute left instead of like 8 seconds, we had a real chance at that.
Yeah, and I like even I mean this is such like a loser mentality, but if that like when they banked it off the wall like there at the end of the game, like if that just went like a foot to the right,
Yes.
that we would have had a winner there. But hey, here's an idea. So I know the Ice people are going to be firing out bets tonight. Maybe drop your DraftKings bet slips in the comments below the show, and we can all see what you guys are betting, and then and maybe
we'll
tell some of you guys.
Yeah, I'd love to be behind everybody. That's why I've been texting or tweeting people like who do they like, because I like to follow you guys as well, because when I don't have action on the game, all I want is the Ice people to win. That's it. So
Yep.
Good idea. We'll be back tomorrow, 5 o'clock. Let's go.